Yo, 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 what's up, everyone, and welcome back to TMT. When you when you master the trend, ride the moment, and perfect your timing. So let's begin today live streaming sessions. So right now, as I just now, I was. What's up, everyone? Welcome. So first, once you enter my live streaming sessions, please give us a like and subscribe, and remember to give us a like and subscribe, and we'll be continue doing live trading together, and we'll be also doing prop firm trading together, and so on. And if you do have any questions, just give your comment at the comment section below. If you want me to want me to analyze on other pairings, you just write on the comment section below. Okay. So right now, let's begin today's live sessions, and I will be continue to give out a really good quality of, on education spots and so on. Okay, so let's talk about the market today. Okay, so today the market is really freaking fishy, to be honest. I can say that the market is actually going through some kind of ranging momentum. So you can see that the market is starting to form a ranging, forming back to this level. Starting from Monday onwards, we can see that it's wanted to go higher, but once the price has been reaching through this level, it's spiking up, and then this is what we call the equilibrium place, that the price is actually balancing out. Once the price has been breaking through, seems like it's wanted to go higher, but the momentum it's not that strong. After that, we can see that the price has been likely to go back to the lower sides, this equilibrium area. So once we can see this area, we can see that the price is actually reaching through a slowing vice, and the price is actually forming a ranging area. But once the price has been breaking through, I was keep on thinking that the price wanted to go lower. But to be honest, it seems like it's planning to go higher, because we do see that the price is actually reaching back to this level, and we do see that the price do really break through. So in the meantime, it's not quite likely to see that the price will be breaking through this level at this moment. So from that point onwards, I'm actually thinking that the price might be forming a big deuce of a ranging area. So yeah, for my perspective, I'm maybe thinking to do long positions at this moment, because to be honest, right now a lot of people keep on I'm keep on changing my perspective lah, to be honest. Okay. So let me tell you something really important. Okay. We trade basically using three things. So the first thing first is, what is the trend? Okay. So trend of the market. Trend. Okay, so what is the trend? Trend is really important, especially right now. Okay, because right now on the bigger time frame we can see that it's actually ranging, but smaller time frame we do see that there's a small kind of trend, something like this. You can see that there's a small kind of trend, and so on. So there's a lot of trends Sorry, testing, testing. Voice has been. Okay, so going back, so right now, what we can we do? Well, you can see the price is actually quite choppy, but if you do really watch carefully, this is looks really like testing. If you do really watch closely or not so sure what is happening, seems like there's a news. So let's see, is there any news going on? Okay, so seems like there's a news happening. Not so sure is it true, but recently this kind of market situations is, to be honest, is not what I quite like to do. Is there any news? Let's see. Hopefully there's no any particularly news. So let's see, is there any news? What what's lagging? Wow, 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 wow. News. There's no any particularly news. So let's see, is there any news? Damn, today is really like can't really open others websites. So damn, today's website's line is really broken. Let's see the dollar index. Okay, dollar index is finally going higher and gold. Not so sure, but reaching back towards on the higher side. So let's see. Didn't really expect that, but yeah, right now anything can happen. Seems like there's a Wyckoff sign of movement and it really shows a really strong resistance on the higher sides. Can't see much, but we do see some signs of resistance on 91, 91 area, 91. So maybe there's a small resistance area on 91. So we can actually use it as our reference, 91. Okay, let's see, 91 area. Okay, so right now we can see that there's actually a really strong resistance on 91, and I'm expectations that the price is going back to this lower and lower sides as well. So, seems like it's actually going ranging from my perspective. Not quite likely to break through this level. I'm expecting to. So if that's really happening, then might be a really troublesome format. But yeah, seems like the market is actually forming some kind of big supports right below this level because there's a block of orders and is actually a really strong supporting level from 76 area is actually a really strong supporting level. So it's actually right above this level of 76. So we do see that 76 is actually a really strong supporting level in 76 and price still really bounced back quite strongly in a short period of time. To be honest, I don't really expect that the gold will be breaking through this level. A lot of noise, so I'm not so sure is it going higher or going lower. From the market situation, seems like it's much more leaning to go higher. Social why, but the internet is not looking really good recently. It's keep on lagging and lagging within just 10 or 15 minutes. So it's not looking quite good, but I'm not so sure why. So, um, not so sure why, but the internet it's not looking good. Okay, not so sure why, but okay. So let us going back to the market. So just now we already mentioned, seems like it's much more leaning to go higher because the price is actually pushing back towards on the higher sides. Once the price has been reaching through this level and going back, I was thinking to go short, but after that the price is going back and reaching back to 76. 76 is the major supporting level. So seems like it's bouncing back quite fast. So speculations that the price will be going back towards this level. Maybe. Uh, to be honest, I don't really think the price might be reaching back towards this, but let's see. Okay, because it's quite really less see this kind of situation, seeing that the price going back, showing weakness, and then spiking up again. So it's not quite often we can see that. But as I mentioned before, if we wanted to know the trend of the gold, we can actually look at the silver market. Okay, because silver is I do discover something really interesting is that silver is actually a leading indicator for gold. So meaning by that is that if silver is gradually going higher, it's much more likely that the gold will be also going higher in the next couple of hours or days or so on. So this is actually a really interesting thing that you can actually look through. So for example, like this few days, we can see that even though the gold didn't really give us a really strong trend, but on the silver perspective, you can see is actually showing us that once the silver is going higher, something like this, something like this, you can see is actually giving some signs that the gold is still also going the same direction. So sometimes if I don't really understand the directions of the gold, I probably will be looking through the silver market to give me some kind of clue what is going on and what is happening. So this is actually a really good technique that everyone can try to watch it out. So remember, okay. So this is actually a really good technique that everyone can look through. So right now the market is really funky. Can't say much. So maybe we can trade other pairings lah. So yeah, I think in the next future we won't be just focusing on gold. We'll be focusing on other pairings like the Euro USD and GBP USDs and so on. Those pairings I think is better to trade. So for example, this week we are actually thinking to do shorts. If we are the direction is right, I think we can actually earn quite a lot. So too bad. Okay. So anyway, this is our thoughts for the week. And remember our slogan trend, momentum, and timing. You just need to have just three things. So, what is the trend? The smaller trend. Smaller trend, is it affecting on the bigger trend? Okay, so we need to know the bigger structure, what is happening on the bigger structure, and then what is happening on the smaller time frame. Is it domino effect? Is it affecting on the bigger time frame? And then second thing, once you know the trend of the market, then you need to identify what is the momentum. Is it strong or is it weak? Is it absorptions or exhaustions? Okay, or is it liquidity grab and so on? So you need to identify this kind of informations for yourself. Once the market is do really showing slowing down, then you can actually just wait and get a really good entry if you do really know that once the market wanted to go through a retrenchment and so on. So this is actually a really good idea about it. Okay, so remember Okay. So right now seems like the gold market is ranging out. Seems like it's not quite breaking back to the top sides, even though it's reaching back to the top in a smaller time frame. So in the smaller time frame, this seems like it's going back. If we can try to do long positions at this level on 66, 76, I think we can actually earn quite a lot. Two lot size, I think we can actually get it and we can actually get some good profit out of it with a short period of time. This is actually a really strong support spiking back. Seems like, let's see the timing perspective for 4 hour time frame. Price is actually spiking high, low. Uh, Seems like it's much more likely to form through a ranging level. Hard to say. As I mentioned, I don't really expect the gold will be spiking to the top. So it's much more leaning to go through a ranging level at this time. So this is my expectations for now. So remember everyone, give us a like and subscribe and do give us some support. Your support is really important at this moment. So give us a like and subscribe. Okay. Like and subscribe and do give us some support out of it. Okay. I think we need to improve on the trading parts. Give out trading informations. Need to do more research on this one. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Seems like the markets keep on going through a ranging area. Hmm. Spiking ups and highs. Euro USD is also spiking below again. So seems like the price did really reach through this major resistance area. Then price is actually slowing down and going back towards on the lower sides. They really give us some good confirmations on the Euro USD pairings. Price to really rejections, give us a impulse. Price to really slow down from this particularly area. Think we can actually safe to say that this is actually a really strong support on 1.16300. 1.16300 is actually a really strong supporting line. And then after that, the price is actually forming to this level, 1.16300. So should be this level. So the price to really bounce back. And what can we see? The price to really rebalance back to form the what we call the balance area. But we do see if the price to really break through this level, seems like it's much more leaning to go to the shorts are. Okay. So once we do see that the price to really reflecting on this resistant area on 1.163 1.163 something 3 6 360. So this is actually a really good resistance as well. Price still really bounce back, reaching through. Yeah, 600 seems like a really strong resistance area. It's back, continue going, keep on going on the lower sides. So seems like the price is actually wanted to go lower right now and forming back. I think the price might be reaching back towards this area because we do see some kind of supports. So right now, I'm expectations that the price might be going back to 1.6011. This is the major supporting level. So I do bet that the price might be going back to 1.1600. So right now, I am in speculations that the price might be going back to 1.1600. So it should be around here. 1600. Okay, should be around this level. So let's see. Seems like this is actually a really strong downtrend. And it's actually a really good risk reward ratio as well. 15 pips, and you are actually getting to 1 to 2 risk reward ratio. So it's actually quite good trading on Forex pairings. So I think I might be uh, need to be much more hardworking to look through the products again. And gold market is a bit hard to trade, to be honest. If the market is too hard to trade, then just ignore it and just trade other pairings. So like silver, we do see that it's actually facing back to the lower sides because as we do mention, it's really strong resistance. So yeah, seems like it's actually going lower. So if the silver is going lower, then this will be likely to push go lower as well. So everyone need to be remembered by that. So we do expect that the silver will be, I mean, gold will be going lower at this moment. So let's see. Hmm. Ah, shit. 16, 17. Hmm. Maybe going lower again, then spiking out. So I think the price might be going lower, reaching back. Okay, so it seems like the market is planning to go lower. Okay, so seems like the gold market is actually going lower, making interesting. Testing, testing. Lagging. Internet really keep on spiking off, spiking. Not so sure what is happening, but the internet is really lagging. Within 15 minutes, I think within 50 to 20 minutes, the disconnect, reconnecting. Shit. Connect successfully. Oh shit. Not so sure what is happening, but the internet problem is really burden. So hopefully the internet problem is fixing soon. So hopefully the internet problem is fixing soon because it's quite lagging. Hopefully. Okay. So as I mentioned before, we do expect that the gold market is going lower because we do speculations and seeing that the silver market is going lower. Silver market is actually showing some good signs. So silver is actually a leading indicator to gold. So this is actually a really good case. Everyone needs to be aware of that. Okay. So remember, if you do really like my content, please leave us a like subscribe, and follow us. Okay. So remember to give us a like and subscribe and follow us. Hopefully not lagging. Like and subscribe. Ay, ay, ay. Seems like we will be watching the price to go back to lower sides on the gold. I think the price might be going lower, and we can actually try to do short positions. Let's see. I think we can actually try to do short positions, stop loss, and getting 1 to 2 risk reward ratio. This one is not my type of trader, but I think we can actually trade on 87. Maybe can try 87. I think we can try to do short positions, and yeah, 87. Ay, ay, ay. 87. Putting our stop loss above and getting below. I think price might be going lower, to be honest. So if price do really go back 87, I think we can actually do short positions and see can we get back to the lower sides. Okay, if we can, I think we can actually safe to say that the price wanted to go back to 7 something, but if the price really break through this level, then it's actually giving us a good confirmations to go lower. So yeah, going lower right now. So price is going lower. You can actually try to do shots on this level. This is considerable. Can try to do shots. Yeah, I think we can actually try to do shots if the price do really go back to 78. I mean, 80 something is actually a really good time. 87, try to do shots and getting back to the lower sides. Okay, so let's see, can we try to get it to the lower sides? Seems like the momentum is not quite strong. It's actually changing it. So yeah, I think we can actually try to do shots. And I think price might be reaching back to a lower again and maybe reaching back towards this level. Yeah, let's see. So hopefully everyone do really give us a like, subscribe, and follow. So your support is really crucial at this moment. Like and subscribe. Mm-hmm. We can actually do a short-term trades on this one. Dollar index is this spiking back? Dollar index is spiking back, showing some kind of resistance from here. Okay, interesting. 98.2 something is actually a strong resistance area. Okay, we have been drawing out. So let's see. It seems like dollar index is spiking back towards on the higher sides. Uh, Interesting. I think we can actually do short positions. This one. try to do short positions right here. We can actually do shorts if the price go back to 87. Because 87 is actually a really strong resistance. I do see some weakness around 87. So 87 is actually big. Oh, the price did really reach through 87. Okay, but I do think we still have some chance to look through and just wait for it. 7. I think we can actually just do short positions. Okay. So, mm, yeah, bit full, but I do think the price is actually going back to the lower sides. Let's see. Tries to really break through this one, then it's not looking good. 87 is actually quite a good resistant area, to be honest. 87, 88, maybe 89 is actually a really strong resistance. If I really wanted to trade, I guess I can wait for 87, but just now I was a bit impatient, I guess. So I think should be quite good to see the price might be going lower. So why I'm thinking to do shorts is I think the momentum is not really strong. Once we see this pushing back, but the price didn't really push back to the above sides. So, and in other way, we also can see that the market is actually going ranging as well. So, I think I'm much more leaning to see the price to go back to the lower side, but I might be wrong. So, if the price really break through this, then there's a different story. It means that the gold market might be continue going higher, but I don't really think so. So, 87 is, or what I say is, can say is considerable really good pricing. So let's see, can we get back to this level? So if we do, I think we can actually earn. It's not a really good risk reward ratio, to be honest. If we can get to 87, then I think it's 70, 67 to, I think it should be a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio. If we get 87, but if we get 85, I think it's actually not as good as 1 to 2. I think should be around 1 point something, 1.12, I guess. So let's see, am I right? 87s, can we hold it up on 87 or the price is breaking through above? If that's the case, then I think the price will be, if price do really break through this one, then we might be seeing the trend is going strong, but not likely to see that, to be honest. But let's see. Okay, what I can say is that the trend is actually slowing down and spiking back. So, yeah, let's see. So, remember, everyone, if you like my content, please give us a like and subscribe. Just press the like button and subscribe. Okay, think I might need to adjust the content in the future. Not only just give out the trading as well, might be putting out some notes from here. Not so sure here got any notes. Notes. Button edit charts. I think don't have any notes. I think we can actually do some of it. So give us a like and subscribe, okay? Give us some support. Even though I know right now didn't much people watching it, but I think in the end we do in the future will be have a lot of people watching it. Okay. 87 is actually a really strong resistant area. So if we do really do shots on 87, I think we can actually do give out a trade later on. Let's see. 7, 5, 16, 17. Pushing up again and then going lower. Oh, this one is the lowest and then pushing back to the lower side. Yeah, not so sure, but we can say that 87 is a really strong resistance. I think 87, 88, mm, 89, around that area. Wow. Scared that the price might be reaching back to 90s, 95. Because 95 do have some resistant area. I think let's be safe lah. Hey Matthew, welcome to my channel, okay? Give us some like and subscribe. I'm not so sure lagging or not. Uh, okay. What do you think about the market? Do you think the market is going higher or going lower? Seems like right now the market momentum is showing us some upward sign. So if we do shorts, I think the best way to do shorts on this level is to wait for some kind of proof or sign first. Only that to do shorts will be much more effective. So yeah, but to be honest, recently it's a bit hard to trade. Do you agree with that? Recently it's a bit hard to trade with gold because gold is a bit funky and it's a bit ranging as well. Okay, so everyone remember to give us some like and subscribe. Okay, your support is really important. So give us some like and subscribe and give us your supports. Okay, like and subscribe. 88, 40. Likely to going upside. Yeah, I do agree with that, to be honest. To be honest, I do agree that the price is, or if we do say probability perspective, do seems like it's going higher. But how much higher is it to be much more precise? Okay. Um, showing some kind of support and reaching back. Oh shit. It seems like I can't really hold it down. Let's see how it turns out. Mm-hmm. This is a major supporting level. So I'm not so sure is it possible to reach through this level. You think swipe sell liquidity to the low? Not really, to be honest. I think the market will be forming a ranging, a really ugly ranging, because we do see that the market is, you can see, is actually quite strong with the upward trend. Like this one, we can see that is quite obvious, is showing us a really slightly going higher sides, to be honest. But why I'm thinking to do shots is because one, dollar index is actually showing us some good signs. So dollar index is actually giving us some good signs that wanted to push to the higher sides. So even though right now it's facing some kind of resistance and some sort. And another factor is that the silver is also showing some weakness, and the gold has been reaching through this what we call the daily high. So I'm not so sure lah. So this one is a bit gamble perspective, I can say. It's a bit gamble. Either later on we can see the price going back towards on the higher sides, and reaching back to 95 and then swiping back lower, or the price is remaining back to the lower sides, reaching back to 73, 72. I think it's much more leaning to that, like a ranging level, because this week I'm actually looking that the price is going ranging. Matthew, if you look carefully, do you think that this is look like a Wyckoff? Okay, so if you look really carefully, you can see this really look like a Wyckoff pattern. Do you agree with that? So you can see this. What? Well, I'm not so sure, but this one is the uptrust spiking up, and this might be the last push. Later on, might be going lower. So, do you agree with that? That this looks like a bit Wyckoff, like a distribution pattern of some sort. Maybe I'm wrong. Seems like it's really, really looking like a distribution pattern. So you can see it's actually look like it. Origin, uptrust, reaching through, I mean spring, and final retest. Is it then and then going lower? I'm not so sure, but it's a quite a thing that to think about it. So yeah. So hopefully everyone give us some like and subscribe, follow and subscribe. Okay, so give us some follow and subscribe. Mm, seems like it's going lower. Not so sure, but if I'm right, I think it's actually quite good because this one is might be the highest. So if price really break through, I think should be reaching back towards this level and then spiking back again. So to be honest, I think gold is really not a really good time to trade, to be honest. But because I think everyone like to trade gold, so that I've been trading gold for now. So if you do really like my content, please give us a like and subscribe, okay? So your support is really important at this moment of time. Ah, not bad, We got some audience, even though it's not many, but it's at least a good start, Continuously upward Wyckoff accumulation, eh, continuously upwards Wyckoff accumulations. You think it's accumulations, okay. I think looks like a distributions, if you are looking on the bigger time frame, like 4 hour time frame. It's like a distribution pattern. See, like this uptrust, and this one, this is the last push, and then retest, and then maybe going back to spring, some sort. Not so sure lah. Maybe it's wrong Low shadow like spring. This one. Yeah, if you are looking on a smaller time frame, yes, it is. But if you are looking a bigger time frame, this one is much more like a distribution. This you can use 4 hour time frame. Should makes like wanted to go lower, but not so sure because it's a bit um, strong resistance. I can say this might be a strong resistance. Let's see, hard to trade up. I think need to be much more cautious. Dollar index is keep on reaching back to some solid area, so seems like it's wanted to go higher. Not so sure. Let's see. Uh, I can use two phone to watch actually, so that the view is actually much more higher. Not so sure is it helping, but uh, it's the same idea. see. Alright, we have another 10 minutes. If 10 minutes, the price didn't really spike off, I think it's much more leaning to go back to the lower sides up. Then the price might be going back to this level. Let's see. Are we right or wrong? Euro USD is actually going lower, and we do speculations that it's going back to this level. And from the GBUSD perspective, it's also reaching back. Mm, 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 mhm, mhm, mhm. Hmm. Today not bad. We got some audience. Let's see the data. Hopefully it's not lagging. Today my internet is really lagging, to be honest. Really lag. Shit. What happened? Seems like not bad, We got some audience today. So remember everyone, give us some like and subscribe. Not so sure what is happening, but yeah, give us some like and subscribe, okay? Press like and subscribe. Follow, like and subscribe. We'll be doing live streaming sessions every single day from 10 to 11, okay? So 10 to 11 p.m. we'll be doing live. And if you're do really interested on watching my journey on it, just give us some support, okay? So remember that, okay? But right now we've been doing shots a bit risky. I do agree with that. But let's see, is the momentum is it strong enough to push, or is it weakening down to go back to the lower sides? So right now it's actually something what we are waiting for this. Okay. Okay, the view is looking good, I guess. Seven. Seven. Extremely healthy. Six. Okay. So let's see. Uh, but to be honest, if we do long from here, it's the best. Was planning to do long from here. If I do watch it, I think I can try to do long from here. Uh, so let's see. GBP USD, USD. Hmm. Uh, what else? I think in the future I might be focusing on other pairings as well, not just focusing on gold. Because I do think gold is really hard to trade recently from my perspective lah. Maybe from you guys maybe it's easy to trade, but because I'm a trend trader, so my deciding trend is really important for my sites. So recently this market is really choppy, so like something like this downtrend and then spiking back, and then downtrend and then spiking back again, and today is really funky as well. This afternoon spiking up and then spiking lower, and right now spiking high and then spiking lower. So it's a bit hard to trade for my sites, I guess. You have open positions? Yeah, I have open positions. Maybe it's not quite, not really obvious, because the screen is white. Yeah, I think it's not quite obvious. But if you do really watch closely, yes, I do have open positions doing short positions. Okay, I think it's looking uh, not that good, I guess. Mm, Maybe the price might be reaching back to this level. I do see that there's a strong resistance area lah. So let's see. Trend momentum. Need to do setting on the overlay. I didn't realize it's open position. You mean the color? Maybe we can change the color. Will be much more obvious. Today my is it better in this way? In this way, it might be better, but it's not looking really good from the presentations per se. Maybe change to yellow and black. It's the same thing as well. Yeah, it's actually quite similar. Overlay. Do you think need to change like color black? Like for example, I can make some changes. Color on white, and then I make the background black. Make the background black like this. Is it okay? Do you think it's looking good? But it's much more confusing, I guess. Like, not really good on presentations, I guess. Or maybe the signal can much more. The line can adjust the signal line. Not looking good, to be honest. Not looking good. It's looking like crap. Matthew, do you think that the positions can actually, I mean, this line actually can modify the color much more like obvious? Do you think can? I'm not so sure can. What the fuck? Can or not? Probably on the left or bottom, put in another window for trade positions. The left or bottom, put in another window for trade positions. Left or bottom. You think here, window for trade positions. Do you think just put Control T would be much more effective? Like I'm just putting Control T, then it would be quite obvious saying that I'm actually doing trade right now. Like just press Control T. Yes, but the chart is smaller, hard to see. Uh, do you have any recommendations? Like putting this from here? Yeah, you can see that the chart is much more lower. Maybe we can adjust this level. Okay. How? Hey. What about this? Do you think it's okay? Uh, not quite okay. Why didn't really show up? Hard to see. Fuck. Oh, fuck. Damn. Eh, fuck. Really hard to adjust. Let's talk about it on the phone. I think we can actually adjust something reference about it. Maybe we can do some overlay. I think overlay is actually a really good plan as well. Okay, so I think we'll be ending our live streaming sessions and hopefully everyone give us a like and subscribe, okay? Remember to give us some like and subscribe and remember to give us some supports, okay? So hopefully everyone do give us some kind of supports and strength, okay? Mm-hmm.